Hi friends, we are the Dixons, and we want to take a moment to introduce ourselves. We realized we haven't introduced ourselves yet, so I'm Danielle Dixon.
I'm Jeff Dixon.
And we are 1/3 of the St. Louis Camping Crew, and there's two other families, but they'll introduce themselves. We have 3 children. One is 17, one is 15, go almost 16, and one is 13. 10-year-old dog as well, that she doesn't make the Instagram page too often because she doesn't travel with us. We have our puppy Millie, which some of you have seen on Instagram. It's one of our most liked pictures. Oh, did you want to tell your story first time you camped? I mean, of your you didn't have camping experience.
Yeah, I didn't really have any camping experience until I met you.
Okay.
And then it was all over after that. Basically, I guess my story would be we went somewhere every weekend. My parents had a place at the Lake of the Ozarks. And absolutely loved it. Don't get me wrong. Loved the lake. I was a lake kid. I was always in it. But that was the only thing we did. We didn't get to experience, DC,
different state parks,
seeing different monuments, seeing different things. The lake really tied us to one place and one place only. So I didn't get any other experience except like the Ozarks, which again was great. But there's so much out there that I want to see. So I'm trying to balance it for my kids so that they at least see everything, but they also have a home base. So we are trying to do that and get them excited about it as well. So that would be my history. That's why I like camping so much more than buying a property or buying a house in a central location. I like being able to go anywhere, do anything, see everything that you want to see.
Good story.
Good story.
So I grew up camping always with my dad and his brothers, so my uncles. We tent camped for years and years and years, and then when I met Jeff, I introduced him to tent camping, and we camped for a few years. We had kids, we still tent camped, and then one stormy weekend, that got ruined.
We were at Table Rock Lake out on a pier, or a peninsula, not a pier, peninsula, at, what's the name of that campground? Mill Creek?
Mill Creek.
Mill Creek Campground. Beautiful campground. You're surrounded by water all the way around you. But we were out there, could hear storms coming in, knew that it was going to be bad, still stayed in the tent, of course. Ended up having 50, 60 mile an hour winds, came across the lake and the peninsula, blew our tent in on top of us and all 3 kids.
Screaming in the middle of the night.
Everything's soaked, trying to hold up the tent so it's not on top of you. So we ran to her dad's pop-up at the time, got in there with him and spent the rest of the night. Had to cut our trip short that time.
The tent was ruined. There was no fixing it. All of our stuff was soaked. We went to the laundromat to dry it. It was taking forever after several rounds in the dryer, and we were all just like, no, we're done.
Time to head home. So that was the last tent camping experience we had.
The kids would never let us even live it down. Like if we even mention a tent now, they're still like, no. They will never forget that. So I guess we traumatize the children.
And that's okay. That's all part of it.
Following year, my dad decided he wanted to get rid of his pop-up and get a travel trailer. And so before he was going to trade it in, he wanted to see if I wanted it first. And of course, we jumped on it because we were like, we have no tent. The kids don't want us to have a tent. We still want to do these experiences because we loved it. I did it when I was super young, and I want my kids to still experience those things. And now that I had introduced it to Jeff, he wanted to have our kids experience it because he enjoyed it. So we decided to go ahead and buy the pop-up off my dad. And we had that how many years?
5 years?
5 years. No. 4 years. No. Because we've only been camping 6 years with this.
With Camping Crew, and we've
had this 2 years, so 4 years.
Okay, 4 years we had it.
Okay, so we had the pop-up for 4 years, and we traveled to Disney in it.
Yep.
We traveled to DC in it. It was a very good starting camper for us.
Absolutely loved it. It didn't bother me too much at all. The only thing that I really did not like about it was having to open it back up if it rained or anything to let everything dry out.
Yeah.
Other
at
than
the end
that,
of the trip.
Didn't bother me too much.
It sucked like if we were going on those long trips, stopping overnight somewhere to have to, like, everybody else that we were with would, like, just go to bed, and, like, we had to, like, park and crank it up and, you know, get all the pulls in correctly, which was fine when we went on long trips and we stayed for several days. But when it was just an overnight trip and we had been traveling all day, we were like, holy cow, we gotta be done with this. And bathroom. I needed a bathroom.
Yeah.
I was over going to the shower house to use the restroom. I wanted just to wake up and, like, go into my own camper.
Yeah. And whenever we did start looking for the new camper, she had a very big laundry list of things that she wanted. So
of course that list grew over the years when having the pop-up and being over with the pop-up. But I think we did good with this camper.
I absolutely think so.
I think the only thing I gave in on, I wanted a U-shaped dinette, and we just have the 2 booths, which is fine. We don't typically eat in here. If we do, I mean, now that the kids are older, we're sometimes missing a child, so it doesn't really matter too much. Or we don't eat at the same time, or somebody always ends up sitting on the couch anyway.
And the thing I gave up was the recliner chairs. She wanted to be able to make the extra bed, which we do use every now and again because we do have people come with us on top of our family. So it has been useful, but hopefully in the next one I will at least get some recliners.
Yes, I promise you'll get some recliners.
Because note, I don't get recliners at home either.
Yeah, we got this camper about 2 years ago. We've been to several more places. We went to Yellowstone. We've been back to Disney. We just love being in the camper and just being out in it. Like, we're out right now. It was going to rain probably all day today, and here we are, camping.
I like being in the camper when it's raining. I love hearing it hit the roof and all that type of stuff. So it's very relaxing to me.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's us. Do you have anything else to add?
Not right now.
Okay, well, that's the Dixons. Hopefully right after this you'll be getting to know the Skiles and the Gills. They're the 2 other families that camp with us. And yeah, that's us.
Thank you. See you next time.